Well, my accountant says my royalties are already about £8 grand, Mr. Smartass, so I can smile how I like.
£8 grand?
I don't think Hodge needs a birthday invite, sweetheart.
Yes, he does.
Dawn, Lomax from the college. I've come to look at the flat.
Oh, yeah, Dawn, right.
I'm pressuring Eric to move out of home just because I've fallen in love with a flat.
He needs to move out of home.
You're probably having to rush off.
Not necessarily.
You're not my boyfriend. Like you told him. You're a waiter. Are you here to do magic?
She's the only thing I've ever done that I'm proud of.
The week of Spock's leg? What do you mean it's the week of Spock's leg?
It's Spock's turn to host a leg of this exchange trip he's organised.
Oh, right, I see. For a minute I thought there was a special offer on at the meat counter.
No, remember, I told you. On that TA exercise in Germany, Spock met this young history teacher from the German TA. Well, he shot him, actually, but afterwards they arranged this sixth form exchange trip. Tofu burgers. Vegetarian Society approved.
We can invite him all to this barbecue if you want. Got enough steak.
You got what?
Well, I thought we had to road test some new barbecue so you could demonstrate it at the garden centre.
No, I mean... Oh, my God.
What?
Lord, have you seen in here? There's meat everywhere. The inside of this bag looks like the end of Reservoir Dogs.
Thank you so much.
Well, I thought you were a vegetarian.
Not anymore, Hodge. There's no room for sentimentality in the professional kitchen. Politics and cookery don't mix.
Really? Well, that's where you're wrong, because I happen to have a copy of Pasta My Way by Che Guevara.
That's it. Baggage in hall. That means the bags are in the collecting hall?
No.
Right. Here we go. Lloydie, in a minute, 8 German students and their teacher are going to walk through that door. I'd just like to point out that you will be their first view of England. OK?
Well, if I'd known that, I'd have brought some bells and done a Morris dance.
I hate to raise a practical point here, but how are you going to recognise old Fritz?
His name is Dieter.
Bearing in mind, the last time you met, he was face down in a German army uniform with your rifle in his ear.
Well, I have actually spoken to him since that exercise, you know.
But you don't actually know what he looks like, sweetheart.
Why don't you just shout Actum and see who ducks?
Why don't you just have another 6-foot-wide biscuit?
Look, face it, the guy's a doppelganger. He's going to be the German version of Spock.
Pardon?
I mean, no disrespect to your little brother, Ali. There's only a certain number of people on this planet who think of arranging exchange trips at the end of a platoon attack. And them that do tend to look, well...
More serious.
Academic.
Cultural.
Intellectual.
You're Simon!
Dieter?
You're Simon! You're Simon, you dude!
So, Dieter, do you have a good flight? It's only a short hop, really, isn't it?
Hop?
Nur eine kurze Reise.
Oh yeah, it's cool. A1, opposite the hotel.
Pardon?
Simon, our other staff member, Ingrid Fraas. She's our, how do you say?
I recently joined the school as modern languages teacher.
Ingrid?
Asked her to come.
Unfortunately, the head of geography had pre-booked the minibus, so some friends of mine will be transporting us back in their cars, if that's okay.
Oh my God, it's the wacky races. Great. So, if 3 go with Hodge and Eric, 1 with Ali, I think 4 in Diesel's pickup, and 1 with Lloydie in the new wasted money mobile.
Hey, Spocky!
That leaves you and me with these suitcases in my estates, Dieter.
Yeah, cute. Opposite the hotel.
Right.
So, wasn't it a good flight then? Yeah, I hate going on planes, me. I just sit there wondering which actor's going to play me in the film about the crash.
Can I use your cigarette lighter?
Have I got one? Oh, hey, that's it. I was wondering why choke kept popping out. I've only had the car a few hours, you see. Spock thought I'd have my Buick back by now, but it's still in Diesel's garage. That's it there with Spire on top.
Why do you call him Spock?
I thought of that. It's good, isn't he? It's because he's just like that bloke off Star Trek, you know, intellectual. When he picks up a paper, he don't turn straight to the back page. He goes to see films, which have French names after him in brackets. Sits there on his own in dark, nodding.
Then on Friday we'll be visiting some ancient Northumbrian burial mounds, and Saturday afternoon I've arranged tickets for Gilbert and Sullivan's operetta, The Gondoliers. Otherwise I'll let you get off, get to know your guests, and see you here tomorrow for itinerary item T1-A. Right, Dieter, does that sound okay in principle? I tried to go less for a specific focus on local political history and more, if you like, for a general cross-section through the whole region's historical strata.
Right. No rock gigs? No rock gigs?
I haven't really allocated any time for rock gigs.
I like operetta.
Yeah. Operetta, A1. Some babe or what? Phew. Opposite the hotel.
Right. Come back. He thinks I'm boring. I know it. He thinks I'm a staid, boring, old before my time academic.
Come on, Spock. He's only known you 10 minutes. You can't possibly have worked that out yet.
No, he does. Oh, well, thank you for your support.
What's the problem?
I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
He's my age. He's doing my job. He's come over here expecting sex and drugs and rock and roll. I have arranged canals and mills and Gilbert and Sullivan.
Yo, Simon!
Yes! Yo! Ho! Coming. Also, he keeps saying opposite the hotel.
Striking looking woman, though. That Ingrid.
Oh, God, yes, isn't she? I know. There's some quality about her. I don't know how you'd express it, but...
If she were a nice lolly, she'd be a lemon stick.
Goodbye, Lloydie.
You do say some extraordinary things.
She would. Long and cool, slightly sharp.
Also, she got keep it and tidy tattooed up her leg.
Listen, when you've grown up working on your parents' sweet stall, you become to realise the relationship between people and ice cream.
Which is?
No, it's deep, man. They come to your sweet stall, bang. 10 seconds they've chosen. It's psychological. Kind of ice cream you go for directly relates to the kind of person you are.
Strawberry split.
Twin personality.
Sherbet bomb.
Kind of hidden fizz.
Rocky.
Flashy, go faster kind of speed king.
It's just a plain cone without any nuts or juice.
Right, are we going to the drill hole?
All right, yeah. So I'm a bit no nuts. A bit unmacho. Is that it? Eh?
You see what you've done?
It's because I still have it on. Is it?
Look, Eric, don't take it personally. See, old Sigmund Lloyd over there didn't come out last week. He doesn't realise he's now not looking at a common or garden light infantry soldier anymore.
That's right. He is now looking at an assault pioneer.
What's that mean?
Action, Lloyd.
Indiana Jones.
Driving assault boats down rapids.
Booby traps.
Minefields, man.
Blowing up toilets full of tomatoes. In ice cream terms, this is now a 3-flavoured triple 99er with nuts, juice and a plastic monkey hanging off it.
Huh?
Right. As the name Assault Pioneer suggests, our new role is to pioneer for an assault, to move into and prepare new ground. Now, as our little introduction on an executive stretch implied, this will involve learning booby traps, plus things like demolition, watermanship, and mine laying. Eventually. But before we get to that, another vital function is our ability to advise on how to dig holes for latrines and trenches. So tonight's first lesson is the different lifting properties of various shovels.
Here we are. Be it ever so humble.
Right, Ingrid, I've put you in the first floor bedroom, and Dieter, I've put you a bed up in the top room. Is that okay?
Fine.
A1, Simon. But I don't need a bed.
No bed.
I sleep on the floor. Right. Floor, sheets, head on up. Soft bed makes the body soft. Do you have a bin sack?
Look, if you're short of t-shirts, I can lend you one.
Oh, it's good. Plastic. Makes the body sweat more. Is that church about 3 miles away?
Church?
We passed it. With red lights on. Lulz?
Oh, Lulz, yeah, about 3, but it's Diesel's garage, actually.
Okay, there and back. 45 minutes.
Oh, right, yes. It's left at the bottom. And I'll put the duckling in ginger back a bit. I'm sorry, Dieter, I didn't realise you were a runner.
I'm not. I'm a soldier. A woman doesn't want a runner. She wants a warrior.
Oh, I see. You and Ingrid are,
Very close, Simon. Very close.
You're going out?
No, but it's very close.
Now, as you're beginning to appreciate, the so-called shovel general service was basically useful for marking out and sod removal, whereas the shovel round-edged is ideal for the removal of spoil.
How's your shovel?
Flaming ideal. How's yours?
Look at them. Poor sods. See, if I decide to go for this commission, it'd mean I could casually opt out of that kind of exercise without having to pretend to repair a Land Rover. To decide to go for what? I was thinking about it. And Lieutenant Rundle thinks I've got the right stuff and he's going to forward me if I want, so take that incredulity out of your voice.
But when? What brought this on?
Well, you partly. Going on about using all your petrol in life. Well, here you go. I became aware the only genuine challenge currently in my sights was how I could get out of Fraser's next Law Society dinner dance on Friday.
They don't put this on telly adverts, do they?
Stop moaning, will you?
Do you have boring weekends? Why don't you join the TA, dig a big hole and stand in it?
Not every lesson can be exciting, you know.
I mean, I don't need to do this anymore to impress women. I'm the man who invented Gurkha tank battle. I mean, I've got a flaming... What is it?
2 litre Sunbeam Alpine.
That?
Look, the TA is not about impressing women, okay, lady? You do it to be part of a line that goes back centuries. British armies were digging trenches 200 years ago, and we're digging them now, and that's what's impressive. Not running around with guns.
Good lad, Eric. Almost makes me want to do it.
You have some lovely books.
Oh, Ingrid. Morning. I didn't know you were down. Oh, Dieter said to tell you
He's gone out running in a bin sack.
Yeah. Yeah, he has actually. Yes.
You like modern art? Gustav Klimt?
Klimt? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's kind of my favourite. I've got in there. There's well, it's not a very good. There's a print of a Klimt. It's called the
Kiss. Der Kuss. I have seen this.
Well, the original.
Last summer, I toured all the Vienna galleries.
All of them. The Kunsthistorische and the Kunsthaus.
She is in the Österreichische Galerie. A white room.
Wow. Yeah, I just love this one, you know. The way it's very Art Nouveau Jugendstil, but still classical and ornate and...
It's very erotic.
Yeah, and that. Erotic. But still sensitive.
Sensitive is erotic.
I've done some eggy bread.
1 tracksuit, 1 locker key, 1 box of urinal disinfectant blocks. I think this is it, Pete. The end of an era.
Indeed.
Bang on time, here she comes. Mrs. Area Manager from Company HQ. A bit like a John le Carré spy hand over this. Murmansk Bridge, early dawn. You release me from the leisure club side, I walk slowly across to the hotel side.
Carl?
Yes.
Sarah, Demaritzi Area Manager.
Sarah?
I've been dispatched to install you with the head of the hotel. You finished here?
Oh, I think so. Bye, Mr. Paulson.
Morning, Peter.
Sarah? Ah, there it is, the sweet smell of freedom.
Sorry?
I'm out of the lair of the Doom Goblin.
Ooh, Peter.
Sorry, that's not very professional.
Doom Goblin. I like that.
He's okay as a bloke.
Oh, you don't have to tell me what Peter's like.
I'm a senior officer in the TA, and he tended to make things a bit...
That's because Peter is 5 foot of bloke that wants to be 7 and spends his entire life trying to make up the gap. It must have been hell in there with him playing Mussolini. And you know, the sad thing is, it's all a bit embarrassing. The only reason he got that job at all is because I arranged it for him.
You did?
Afraid so.
That was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it?
I suppose it was, in retrospect.
Didn't you know he was a Doom Goblin up at head office?
Oh, I knew exactly what he was like, Carl. But I had to do something for the guy. I suppose at the end of the day, you know, he is my husband.
Get down! Get down, will you, little...
Are the flames hot enough, sweetheart?
They're fine.
Does it say in the instructions to control the temperature with a houseplant squirter?
Just pass us the beef burgers, eh?
Okay. Here we go, Fred. I know you had plans to be a beef burger. I have this horrible feeling you're going to end up an ice hockey puck.
It's a barbecue. It's supposed to be burnt. The burn's good for you.
I wonder if they'll say that at Le Coq d'Or next Friday. The chef intended to drop the steak, madam. The carpet fluff is good for you.
Who's going to Le Coq d'Or?
Didn't I say? That's where Greg Scarry's taking me. This business lunch. Apparently it's the finest steak and game restaurant in the country.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. Hence the sudden ditching of vegetarianism. Because Mr. Millionaire Biscuit Monger wants to chat you up in Meat City.
Discuss business.
Same thing.
Look, I can handle myself without getting chatted up. I'm a professional, okay? And if you want some professional advice with that bar...
No, I don't. Thank you so much. I'm fine. Not everyone needs professional flaming technique. Some of us prefer to rely on an aboriginal inner sense about food preparation, okay? Right. See, it's ready now.
So you can see the museum recreates an English industrial town as it would have been around 1890. There's an apothecary, pawn shop, smithy. They're all on the plan, so just wander around, okay?
Wollt ihr nicht rumschauen?
Oh ja,
kommst du mit? Später.
Right, well, I don't know where you fancy starting. I thought maybe along the canal basin, then move up to the Iron Forge area.
Or we could have a drinks race. A drinks race? The pub?
Okay, and beer this time, not orange.
No, seriously, I can't really have a drinks race, Dieter. I've got to drive the minibus back.
Okay, beer mets. Play beer mets.
Beer mets. Right. Is that some kind of word association game, is it?
Yeah, that's right. It's when you have to put your finger through beer mets. See how many with this finger.
Look, I'd better keep an eye out, really. But you and Ingrid stay and have a quiet... I'm fine walking around on my own.
Simon, could I come round with you? Would you mind?
No. Right. Is that okay, Dieter?
Opposite the hotel.
Listen, while we're, is Dieter all right?
All right.
With all this I've organised. It's just that when we met, he was all cammed up like a squaddy, like I was. And I kind of presumed, being a history teacher, when he was out of all that, he'd be, well, like I was out of all that.
I know.
You see, I wouldn't think of organising a rock gig. I don't go to rock gigs. Well, not proper rock gigs. I mean, I went to see Dire Straits at the NEC, but no one rocks. They just sway gently, holding cigarette lighters.
You shouldn't change, Spock.
Sorry?
If you don't like rock gigs, don't organise one.
No, I know. but...
Spock, if you start changing, then where does that leave people who could have fallen in love with you how you were? When you train for a soldier, don't they teach you always stay on ground you know is safe? Or like Dieter, you leave yourself exposed?
To what?
Looking stupid. He wants to sound cool, but he doesn't know any colloquial English. So if I tell him that opposite the hotel is a new street cred way of saying really good, he believes me.
Why? 17!
What do you mean Laura's disappeared? Give another one.
Gone, mate. Push. The last vestige of the old Laura Deleuze was being a vegetarian. Now apparently she's been taken to a restaurant where you practically have to throttle your own pheasant.
What, this by Mr. Scarry?
Northwest Biscuit Baron?
I know, but he must be worth a packet by now, mustn't he? Because he's not that old either, that's the thing, because he's still quite a good-looking bloke.
Tell me, Eddie, did you get that job at the Americans?
You don't seem bothered.
God almighty.
Oh, yeah?
No. Not as much, Eric. Not as much as at 8:37 this morning. You see, Laura may have her date next week. So now do I.
You're kidding me, a birthday invitation. You didn't forge this, did you?
Yeah, Eric. And I'll tell you, it was bloody tricky doing that smiling giraffe.
Does Janetta know Christus and that?
Janetta wrote the envelope.
So what's Laura say about you seeing your daughter? Eh?
Not a chance ever. Anyway, she's too busy talking about her business lunch and telling me I'm not good at cooking. Do you want the last one?
Yeah. Oh, these were skimming, by the way.
Some beef burgers are cooked.
Okay, boys, once more from the sharp end and give it some edge. 1, 2, 3.
Pete, it's Dawn. I came back renting the flat upstairs.
Oh, yeah, right. You want it?
Well, yeah, I want it, but my mate, he's going to be fine, but he's not totally committed yet, but he will. And I was wondering, could you hold it just a couple of weeks?
Weeks?
Well, days then, days. Just so he can sort himself out.
Well, if anybody else calls, I need the money, you know? That's why I'm doing this. How much is that doggy in the window? A real bummer.
Pete, next Monday. And if we don't have the deposit by then, forget it.
Okay. Wow, make it sound like a dog, man.
Come on, Eric.
It's not that easy, you know.
Of course it is. All you're thinking of doing is making that slight transition from a warm bungalow where you waited on hand and foot to a squalid flat above a funk band who make karaoke tapes.
Very good, very good. It's just, you know, it's not that easy because it's not the right time to be talking about it at home.
Well, now what's happened?
It's been referred to a specialist. That's the latest thing. Good day.
Since when?
Monday. God, 3 times a week now he's got to go down to some depression specialist in Manchester.
And what happens?
I think Dad sits on the other side of a desk and this bloke in a white coat gets his balloon on a stick out and goes, "Yeah, well, cheer up, it could be worse, eh?"
Just remember, having a kid, moving out, same thing. There's never a right time.
Simon, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's opposite the hotel.
So, Dieter, do you cook much?
Eggs, cheese, raw fish, raw meat. Food is fuel.
No, it isn't. It is an art. The layout of food is an art form. I really admire a man who can do that. It's very impressive, Simon.
Simon, could you put your hand in a fire?
Pardon?
See how long. Who does it longest? Army contest? You go first.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay, I go first. You count. Ready?
Dieter, I don't think...
Okay,
sensible.
I count. Ready? Go. 1, 2. Ah, scheiße, scheiße, scheiße.
2. Good, Dieter. 2 is, opposite the hotel.
Okay, 6 miles.
What, now? You just had a big tea.
Yes, I know, but...
Well, it's dangerous for a start.
Dangerous, yes. It's harder. On the body. Soft makes the body soft. Do you have a bin sack?
Help you?
Yes, could you phone an ambulance, please? I appear to have lost the power of small talk.
Hello.
There she is. The little vixen who's been fobbing me off.
Roger,
Come on, one dance. Make me young.
Roger, I will be in there to make you young just as soon as... This gentleman has moved Fraser's and my stuff into another room, away from the lifts. Shall we just nip up and do this now? Carl?
Yes, madam.
Keep walking. Pauline? Hello. Peter?
You're not really staying here, are you?
Law Society dinner. They spend 90 quid on a hotel room so that they can save 15 on taxis. Beware, these people handle your finances. Rosemary!
Alison! Photos of Tuscany!
You write down.
Oh, wait there.
In 5 minutes, this chap's just showing us a different room. Honestly, the lifts are so rattly.
Oh, I know!
Show me a flaming room.
218 Street, madam.
Fine. Bear! I've lost it.
What?
8 years trouble-free ability to small talk. It's gone. Suddenly, all I can manage is this series of silent, humming nods that get bigger and bigger during the conversation, till eventually one gets so big, my nose dips in the wine glass and I spring back up again.
Looks to me like you can still think on your feet.
Don't confuse. There's no thinking involved in small talk, Carl.
No?
Conversation's the one that involves thinking. Conversations where you plunge in deep and emerge, having propelled yourself somewhere. Small talk's where you sit round on your arse in a jacuzzi of meaningless froth.
Did you get that off a desk calendar?
It's true. Anything comes up, Carl, any subject. Horses, wind farms, Tuscany. Someone says something. No one listens. Look round all the faces. Everyone's left their eyes pointing at each other. But mentally, they've pegged off down the back stairs to get their anecdote about Tuscany out of the mental filing cabinet. And they'll pitter-patter back up the stairs and slap it on the table, and no one will be listening because they're all pitter-pattering back up with their little anecdotes, and it's just there.
Well, I can leave you this little safe haven if you bring the key back.
You're not going back down there, yeah?
I work here, remember?
I know. And you pride yourself on putting the needs of the customer first. I read it in the folder on the dressing table.
Okay, and what exactly are your needs, madam?
What do you know, Carl? Sit down. Talk to me. Anything. Gossip. Filth. Give me 10 minutes of something that isn't froth. What have you got?
Well, as it happens, I do have something, actually.
Good lad. Anyone I know?
What the bloody hell are you playing at? Sorry. I'm sorry. I've just had a very big tea. You've just had a very big tea. Well, if you knew anything at all about running, you'd know that you don't go after a very big tea, because the blood supply gets redirected, causing lactic acid, causing cramp, causing falling into the road, causing hazard to people going home for their very big tea. All right? Get. Sarah?
An American alligator, being a reptile, depends upon the sun to heat its body. And when it gets too hot, it has the water to cool it down again. The water also...
No, it was his wife!
And it was Sarah Paulson. She's the area manager for Demeritzi, and she's his boss.
She's pretty.
Pretty, blonde, charming, funny, intelligent. I mean, she's got old Pete. She knows exactly what he's like.
And she's still married
I
him.
know. I mean...
Why? Come on, you tell me.
Well, there's nothing else, is there? He must be a sex machine.
I was talking to a mate today. Phoned up Dave Minton in Durham, who was with me in 2LI. And I told him this other corporal, Degsy Lennox, you know, we'd both been recommended for senior Brecon. There was only one sergeant's post at the end. And he said he reckoned at a tussle with me being ex-regular that
Did you pick up some mineral water?
There wasn't any.
In the Leisure Club bar?
You know. Did I get it?
I'm telling you, when he goes home at the end of the day, I bet it's like the sexual version of Cato with Inspector Clouseau.
Why does it have to be a sexual thing?
Well, you said she married him. She married a squaddy. I mean, why else would a woman marry a bloke when she's obviously going to have nothing in common with the world he's part of?
Was that thrown in the air generally, or are you looking at me for an answer?
Well, I don't know. It depends if this is small talk or big talk.
Okay, if you want to know, the reason a woman marries a man when she's got nothing in common with his world is because at the time, that world seems very impressive.
And what happens when it stops seeming impressive?
Well, you'll have to ask Mrs. Paulson.
But I'm not on a bed with Mrs. Paulson, am I?
No.
Yes, well, anyway, you can have the room.
No, I'm fine. You have it, seriously.
No, I don't need it. I work here.
You work here. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you have it, and then bring the key back.
Shall I have the key?
You have the key.
I'll take the key.
And then bring it back down to the desk.
The main desk.
Where I was.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Carl.
That's no problem. See you then.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Oh my God.
Here comes summer. School is out, oh happy day.
So you can see, the Sunburst 4000 is a princess amongst barbecues. Even a fool could do it. Coals in here, griddle on top, slap it on. Perfect results every time.
But you can't control the heat with this one, can you?
No, but barbecues aren't about control, are they, madam?
Oh, aren't they?
You have to remember the act of barbecuing is a fundamentally primal act. See, the reason you're buying one of these is to recapture the elemental blood rush that man gets from grilling flesh round untamed fire.
It's for the patio.
Psst. Excuse me a minute. It's for the patio, bloody hell.
Listen, how much are these barbecues?
I have to tell you, Spock, there's a crowd of Germans behind you once you've lost them, eh?
No, they're in the theatre. Look, are they easy to use?
Yeah. Well, if you know what you're doing, yeah. Why?
Oh, it's just, well, the Germans are going tomorrow, you know, and the kids will be doing their own thing, so I thought I'd have the gang round.
What, for a barbecue?
Well, I've only got 4 chairs around my table, you know, and, well, I wanted something bigger, you know? Ingrid, she's a big fan of cooking. Well, the art of food layout, really.
Come on, Spock.
What?
Come on, you're not trying to impress that movie queen, are you?
No. Well, I'm not having to try, actually.
I thought you said Dieter was on her case.
What can you do? She goes for the more intellectual type. You see, Hodge, what we as men often don't realise is that sensitivity in the male can be deeply erotic.
Is this a bad time to talk about grass seed?
Bloody hell, are we supposed to eat it or dance around it with veils?
It's French paysan style, Lloydie. I wanted something where we ate with our fingers because I knew you'd end up doing that anyway.
He wasn't serious, was he? Well, Ingrid got the hots for him.
So he reckons, which means that we're currently witnessing the greater crested Spock displaying its plumage.
Ingrid, There you are.
Well, here she is, Mrs. Smiley.
Just because you don't laugh at your jokes doesn't mean she's miserable.
I know what a miserable woman looks like, alright?
That's true. He's sat opposite so many.
I sat in a car with her for a start.
You'll find the reason most people in your car are miserable, Lloyd, is because they usually have to get out and mend it.
Don't. Listen, about this flat.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you, God. I'm so pleased you brought this up. I've not been putting pressure on you so badly you have no idea.
Look, I've not had time to mention it at home.
Oh.
I'm being honest. The way things are, I probably won't now for... could be months.
Oh.
So, I thought...
No, I understand. Don't worry. There'll be cheaper ones I can get on my own. It's a nice idea,
Yeah,
but...
so, I thought... You know, there's never going to be a right time.
What's this?
Those tickets to see Linda's fan, isn't it? It's my half the deposit. Is that right?
Do you know what this means? This'll be us next week now. Warm night, under the stars, counting satellites.
Bip, bip. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Can you clear a space, Dawn?
Sure.
Right. Table's ready. Meat's ready. As soon as Dieter comes back from running around in a bin sack, we'll get going.
Bin sack?
Did he say bin sack?
Opposite, bloody opposite.
So, Dieter, I hear you go out running in a bin sack.
Bin sack, yeah.
Right. Why?
It's harder, more pain.
That's good, is it?
It's better.
Then what?
Cooking.
Listen, Laura, I was going to tell you, I got this invitation
Oh, I
yesterday.
know, I did. Well, confirmation of this meeting. But a really lovely art card. Hi, Ali. I'll show you in a minute.
Hey, we thought you weren't coming. And where's Lancashire's best looking solicitor? Dawn?
Oh, Fraser's still recovering from last night.
All right. Thought you said these Law Society dues were boring.
Yeah, well, we can have the moments.
Is that for me?
Listen, mate, I spent all Wednesday night digging a big hole for no reason. So don't tell me that doing physical things is good.
It's good.
It's not good. It's crap and it hurts.
Right. Some difference of opinion here. Vinaigrette, Lloydie?
I can run 6 miles carrying 50 pounds.
Well, so can a donkey.
Huh?
Lloydie?
Hey, man, what's German for donkey? Eric, ask Mrs. Smiley what German for donkey is.
Esel.
Easel. An easel could do that. Soldiers, easels.
Simon, this is beautiful. What is this kebab on?
Just a stick of hickory.
Listen, Laura, this invitation...
Oh, yes, here it is. Look.
No, Laura...
Look. Isn't it beautiful? That's money.
Laura...
Those lilies are money. And look, Laura, just to confirm, in green ink. I love that, green ink. It's really classy. Really says something about a man, doesn't it, green ink? Can you bring that?
Mine had a giraffe on if you're interested.
So anyway, Dieter, whereabouts in Germany
Esel.
do you come from?
I can run 6 miles in a bin sack. He can't.
Oh, Spock.
Carrying 50 pounds.
Well, he probably can, actually. You see,
80 pounds and 90.
Well, yeah, I mean...
And climb. I can run and climb with 90 pounds.
What's German for bet you can't?
What's Lloydie for shut your gob? No, he probably can't, actually.
So, Ingrid, do you
smoke?
Oh, no, Tana. I'm not good with tobacco.
It's not tobacco, it's cannabis.
Oh, that.
No, tap.
No. No, thanks. Simon?
I, don't, actually.
Cannabis?
Du möchtest?
I can, sure I can. A1.
Because I didn't join Territorial Army to dig holes. If I wanted to do that, I'd have joined Territorial Gas Board.
That's the way, lad. Out you come. Don't worry. The first one's always tough.
Did Ingrid see?
Man, you fell backwards off your chair like a Thunderbird pilot and made a noise like a sea lion. Did catch her eye.
So, Ingrid, have you got on all right without Spock?
Simon. He reminds me very much of someone.
Good or bad, you know.
Simon is a lovely, wonderful, wonderful man.
Is Fritz in here? Sorry, Dieter. Now what's happened to him? Sorry.
So, I wonder where Dieter's gone.
So do I, Eric. I wonder where Dieter has gone. I sit here now and I wonder where has Dieter gone.
Yeah, all right. It was just an observation, you know.
You know, it's funny, Ingrid. Dieter is very, different. We thought being a history teacher in the TA would be like the German version of Spock. Oh my God, he was the German version of Spock.
I took this the week I joined the school to show my friends. Hey, at this new place, there's this great guy, this intelligent, sensitive guy. Next week, he joined the army. And suddenly...
There you are. Yeah. It's getting a bit midgy out there now, I suppose. Funny. Ingrid and I found we're both Klimt fans. We're of the same mind. It's quite a rare thing, that. Certainly for me around here. I'd love to go. The Österreichische Gallery. See her in the flesh. Must be quite a thing to share with someone of the same mind.
Dieter's gone.
What do you mean he's gone?
We tried to stop him.
He's not gone out running in a bin sack again, has he?
No, he's upgraded this time. He's taken the whole bin.
Great. Just great. Excuse me, have you seen a man just run down here with short blonde hair, wearing a black plastic refuse bag and carrying a wheelie bin on his back?
No, you'll have to give me more to go on than that. What colour were his eyes?
Oh, I think he's got, cheers. Thanks.
What is he playing at? He's running 6 miles loaded to show how impressive it is being a squaddy. And that's his fault.
Me?
Slagging off the TA.
No idea.
I told the truth.
What did it was the bit about how joining the TA didn't impress women.
I just said what colour were his eyes.
So he could have run off anywhere, couldn't he?
No, the garage. Diesel's garage. That's his run. Oh. Smashing. Right, Diesel's garage. Fantastic.
It's the only funny thing I've said in all my life.
No.
We can't beat him. He's a fit bloke.
No sign.
Look, you sure he's got this right, does he?
Look, he said before he bet Spock couldn't run 6 miles and climb carrying 9...
Oh, no. Come on.
Well, go on then. Well, you're the one with the German phrase book.
Yeah, well, funnily enough, I don't remember a section called Talking the Drug-Induced Down from Public Buildings.
Just tell him she was impressed by him when he was an intellectual.
Look, I only looked up the rude words. The only sentence I know is, good morning, diarrhea, bra and constipation.
Well, for crying out loud, just have a crack at saying she wants the German version of Spock.
Is that right? You've talked to Ingrid?
Yeah, well...
I mean, all this coming on to me was trying to tell him that.
Cramp! lactic acid! Very big tea!
Oh, Dieter.
Of course it was.
Listen, Spock, I'll go up if you...
No, it's all right. My exchange trip, eh? Dieter.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Go on, say it. 2 world wars, 1 World Cup, and 1 chick.
One what?
One bird. She's your bird, you won her. Very good, go on. I'm okay.
Dieter.
Everything is great for you now, isn't it, Mr. Chef? You're just A1.
Dieter.
You're just opposite the hotel.
No, I am not opposite the hotel, Dieter, because if I was opposite the hotel, I'd be standing with my back to the co-op in Market Street and not up here.
Huh?
I'm afraid opposite the hotel just means in a position facing a place of temporary accommodation.
But Ingrid said it when
Yeah, she told you that to make people laugh at you, mate.
She hates me that much?
No. Because apparently what she actually wanted to say was stop being a git and go back like you were, because that's what she was falling for. Okay?
Falling for? What is falling for?
Oh, love, mate. All right. Probably. Now get off that, will you? That wouldn't have happened if I'd had any bin sacks left.
I thought you and Ingrid were...
This is Spock, Dieter. Things like that don't happen to me, mate.
So you two weren't?
Look, people who cannot communicate need an interpreter. I was your interpreter. Apparently.
Simon, does this mean I've spent long time being an asshole?
Who hasn't?
You've done something wonderful, Simon. She's, there's something about her. It's difficult to say.
Yeah. She was a nice lolly. She'd be a lemon stick.
Huh?
Look, just get down and tell her that.
Yes, I will. I will. Hey, but it's good, you know, 'cause I thought after we could never be friends if we were both trying with Ingrid. But it was never happening with you two. So it's opposite the hotel. It's great.
Of course it is, mate. You've recovered your identity and set yourself up for a life of bliss with the most beautiful girl in the EEC. And I got me bin bag. You can't say fairer than that. Come on, Doris.